Greatness is not meant for a few chosen people. It's meant for those who persistently pursue their dreams every day and make that choice when they wake up. So just a mentality, really. Just eliminate all external distractions and just focus on the process itself and enjoying it every single day. Chopping wood, carrying water.
I got you. Yeah, they said it's all on you. Yeah, yeah. I just told him take the wheel, I'm just walking in my purpose, on purpose. I got the faith, I know I'm working. Protect my inner peace, I'm digging deep and really only scratching surface. It ain't perfected, but it's perfect. I just told him take the wheel, I'm just walking in my purpose, on purpose. I got the faith, I know I'm working. Protect my inner peace, I'm digging deep and really only scratching surface. It ain't perfected, but it's perfect. I'm a man on a mission, I'm just walking with this purpose. Patience is a virtue, but success to me is urgent. Window of opportunity, and they trying to come pull these curtains. I'm putting on the clinic and to show you that for certain. Don't you measure me by stats, won't be another statistic. All the way in them nosebleeds, hating me from a distance.
So today with us on Stool Talk, we're glad to be having an outstanding student athlete. Here on Stool Talk, we walk in our purpose, on purpose, and today's guest is definitely doing that. She's a great teammate, a great scorer, great fundamentals, a student of the game. She puts in hard work. Sky is the limit for her, and she's going to definitely have a great season this year. Today we have with us the one, the only, Miss Soleil Barnes. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Glad to be here.
Yeah. So where did this basketball journey start off for you? And when did you first fall in love with basketball?
So I started playing at a very young age, around like 6 or 7. And believe it or not, I did all the things you do as a kid: cheerlead, dance, tap. Like I did all of that. And it took one practice for my brother. They needed somebody to make a simple bounce pass. And I was like, it's not hard. Like I see my brother do it all the time. So I got in there, made a bounce pass, and coach looked at me like, okay, like, yeah. And my dad was so against it. Like before I could start playing, he was like, no, I don't want to play. I don't want to play. Coach kept begging. I'm like, Dad, please, please. So he finally let me join. And that's when it started. And I started falling in love with it. Around 5th grade, I finally got to play like travel basketball. And I was like, wow, like this is fun. Like I can really make something out of this. So that's when I really started falling in love with it.
Yeah. What do you love about it?
What I love, it's so much to love. Like with me being able to shoot, like that just feels so good when you know it's good.
Yeah.
That feels good. But the winning feeling, the feeling of like having teammates that got your back, learning from it, it's so much you can learn. Like you continue to learn as you continue to get older, and you continue to appreciate the things that you didn't understand when you were younger now. And with my journey that I've been through, just sitting out, because I've never sat out from injury throughout my career until I got to college. So to be able to sit out and really watch the game and learn and watch film and be able to talk to my teammates, it allowed me to learn more and to apply that on a court when I finally got back. So I just love learning about the game, learning whatever I can.
Yeah. What does family means to you, and how have your family with your support? Because I heard your support system really helped you at a pivotal moment when you sat out. And after you speak on that, can you speak to the youth on how to transition when you sit out and how the comeback be better than you think? Because sometimes you can let your feelings, emotions, sadness, I'm down, you can get depressed. So speak to the youth on how not to let that happen, and then how the support was able to help springboard you to your return.
Yeah, so my dad, I'm sure everybody knows, I know everybody in Toledo knows, that is my biggest fan. Like he doesn't, there's not a game that he didn't coach, not a game that he didn't come to unless like he had to work or had something going on. But that's literally my biggest fan.
Shout out to Mr. Steve Barnes.
Right, go ahead and shout him out now.
Shout out to Steve Barnes.
Yeah, so with my family, like we're very founded on our faith, and like the time where I went through my injury, with my dad being my coach, it was never a time where he was like, you did this good and I'm proud of you for this. It was always something I needed to learn. Like I have a great game, and I'll be honest with myself that, Dad, like I know I did this good, but like tell me what else I need to work on. He didn't hesitate to tell me what I need to work on. So that's what I appreciate him about most, because it allows me to be honest with myself.
Yeah.
And so with me being strongly founded in my faith, I know I couldn't have bad days. Like you can't wake up and just be mad. Being mad is not going to do anything. Being upset about it is going to do anything. You have that. I gave myself 1 hour to cry about the situation, tell my dad about it. And then I was like, all right, it's time to attack this thing. Like nothing's going to stop me. As long as I got Jesus, he's on my side, I can do everything.
Yeah.
So like with God, like being something that's I'm so strong about, it helped me through my process. And honestly, it made me stronger mentally. I thought I was a mentally strong player until I got hurt. And I was like, okay, no, this is where the real battle is. Do I want to keep going? Do I want to keep fighting? Do you got it in you? Is this something you really want? If it's something you really want, you're going to have to work for it. So throughout my process, the first time it was a little hard, I wouldn't say, but like with my dad being able, like, so like, if there's something you want, it ain't no different than you being uninjured. The same work you put in there is the same work you got to put into your rehab. It's the same work you got to put into your mindset. And so like, that's what I carried with me throughout my process. And so just believing that God had a bigger plan for me, and surely it is to come. So just believe in that. And that's what helped me get through it. And staying positive, like I always have a smile on my face. I really live up to my name, like Soleil meaning sunshine and friend. Yeah. Like I really live up to it. I love to make people happy. I love to be joyful and be somebody's happiness in the day. So I just make sure I'm always happy and always spreading love. So
yeah, Jayla Johnson, was that your teammate was there?
Yes, that's my girl.
Okay. Shout out to Jayla Johnson, because I had her on here, and her story of how, you know, she came back and her faith allowed her to see the bigger picture, it allowed her to grow, allow her to see the game different. Can you speak on what faith means to you, and what does faith mean to you as an athlete, and how important it is?
Faith is literally everything. There is no amount of time, no time in the day where you don't need Jesus. So everything that I do, I want it to exalt him, and I want to make sure that he gave me this gift. So I'm going to do everything I can to serve him in my gift. And shout out Jayla, because we literally we talked about any chance we got. Like we talked about Christ. We still talk to this day about Christ. Anytime we're feeling down, anytime like we just need a uplifting message, like we contact each other, and that's where we're going to. We're running to Jesus about everything. So as an athlete, we can train as much as we want to. We can believe that we can do everything, but it's not until we know our who we are in Christ and allowing him to lead us, and not just us doing it by ourselves. Yeah, you can believe in yourself, but you can't believe without Christ. So that's just how I think, like when it comes to my faith as an athlete. So just believing that, like I said, like he has a bigger plan for me. It's bigger than basketball for me. I want my story to be like my ministry to like younger people, like, cause it's not easy going through like injury. Like I don't wish that on nobody. It's not easy, but as long as you have something pushing you and telling you like you were made for this, I wouldn't put something on your plate that you couldn't bear, and know that God's going to be right there with you. It's nothing you can't do. So it strives me to continue to get better and continue to be a better person too as well.
Definitely. So when did you really start to see your game like take off, and you really started to like separate yourself from your peers and your teammates and things like that? Y'all won like multiple league championships, and you won districts and sectionals in your time in high school. So when did you see like your game taking off and you like, man, I'm gonna go play at the next level with this, like I can do this?
So honestly, it was in 8th grade.
Okay.
It was right. I think it was right before the season had started, and I had got a letter from Ohio State. So I was like, okay, Dad, like, wait, I can really do this, Dad, like for real, like don't play with me. I can get nice with this thing. Like we got to start training more. We got to get in the gym more. And then like my high school team at the time, like you couldn't play with your high school team while you were in 8th grade. Although some schools could do that. But my high school team was like budging, like, can we get her early? Can we get her early? I was like, wow, like, and I always have people tell me like, Soleil, you don't know how good you are, because I really don't. Like most of the times, like my teammates come, they're like, Soleil, how do you do this? Soleil, I literally had to tell them like, guys, I'm literally just doing anything out here. I'm just hooping, like trust my abilities, trust in the work I put in. So I think I really realized that I can really be a next level player in the 8th grade and just continue to put that work in, continue to find ways to get in the gym, continue to find ways to not just make me a better player, but make my teammates better. So
Yeah, definitely. And what helped your decision in with you going to the University of Toledo? Like, what did you see in that school that made you wanted to go there? And then speak to the youth on how important and things to look at when they're making their decisions to, pick a school.
So I chose Toledo because I had one talk with coach, like, and I'm a type of person, like, I'm very lively, I'm very bubbly, like, I like to have conversations. So when I'm talking to coaches, I'm hoping to expect like
Yeah,
conversation. Don't ask me and like you're not really interested, like I can tell when somebody's really interested. So when I got a call from at the time it was Coach Tiff, who is Jayla's coach now,
yeah,
that
yeah.
called me and she was like, so I heard you can sing. And I was like, oh, so this is how we started the conversation. She was like, you gonna sing for me? I was like, no, I cannot. And so after that conversation, we just clicked after that. And then I got to campus, I met the team, and it just felt like family. Like that was probably the biggest thing that I would say to the youth is like find somewhere it finds like home. It doesn't have to be the biggest school. It's find somewhere where you feel like, okay, when I leave home, I'm going to my second home and I don't have to feel like I'm lost or I don't have to feel like I'm alone. Like find somewhere where not just the team, but the coaches believe in you as well. And the coaches believed in me. And that's really it. Like I really bonded with my team. That's really me because I'm a family person. So I say that's the number one thing is finding somewhere where you feel like it's home, it's family. So yeah, it felt like home. It felt like family. It felt like we could really do some things. I told coach when we got there, I said, Coach, you got a solid 5. Like we gonna go ahead and take you to the NCAA tournament. And when we finally did it, like I was just so excited. I was like, Coach, I told you he's gonna do it.
Yeah.
So
And you had your other teammate I had on too. You had Sam on here on your team.
yes,
Too. Yeah, I had Sam on too. Shout out to Sam.
Sammy.
Yeah.
We like to her this season.
Yeah, yeah. So how was the transition when you guys had got Coach Trisha? I'm looking to get her on too. She coached at Miami. I'm just waiting on her to so shout out to Trisha too. I'm just waiting on her to pick a day. But how was the transition and what did you learn from her playing under her?
So what I learned from coach is I had told them before I came in, like I'm a player, like you don't have to be soft with. Like I've been coached with tough love all my life. Like with my dad being my coach, like he's very honest and he's very like, you need to do this, you need to get better. I understand you had a good game, but that's today. We gotta worry about tomorrow now. We gotta build. So like when I told her that, she didn't take a day off from giving me tough love and she was really present during my injuries. And I really appreciate her for that. And she understood like who Soleil was before and who Soleil was after. And she knew when I was coming out, if I really put in the work to get back out, and if I really was doing something that showed her that I could get on the court, and she pushed me. And that's what I needed, like a coach that was honest and a coach that was going to push me to be the player I needed to be. So I really had to sit down because it's frustrating, like, like to come out and you think you back and better than ever, and then you realize like I'm not to where I need to be, and I know that, and me being an honest player, that was a very hard conversation I had to have with myself before I had with her. So I just really appreciate her for like pushing me and making me the player I know I can be and the leader, honestly. And she believed in me once I showed her like that I believed in myself. So that's really what I appreciate from her. It's just believing in me continuously. Injured or not. So really shout out to her.
Yeah, and you played in a lot of games there, and you scored a lot of points too, as well. How was it playing in Toledo, in front of that crowd, Savage Arena, and even a lot of the young kids that I interviewed, was at a lot of y'all games. It's pictures with you in there, pictures with all y'all in the little kids. The next play, AAU basketball, like they really looked at you guys, and be like, that's what I want to do. I want to be like that. Like they love coming to the games. How was that environment? And how did it push you to make you want to be great?
Honestly, like I said, Toledo was second home. Like nobody couldn't tell us nothing about our fans riding for women's basketball. Mm-hmm. They loved us. And just to be able simply to play for them and to finally play with my girls, like after 3-4 years being injured, it literally meant the world to me. And to go out, to have them go out like that and to do what we did, although we could have kept going, it's all good. I'm just happy that I got to play with them and to experience like what it was like to be out there. And the crowd really gets you going. So to hear them cheering and still believing in you, especially like with me had personally sitting out, they still was like, Soleil, we can't wait for you to get out there every time. Like, Soleil, I can't wait to see you get out there. I can't wait to see you shoot those threes. We counting on you. When I finally was able to do that for them and provide for my team and help us get the wins that we did, it just felt great. Like, and to see the kids like come up here, oh, this twin, like, let's take a picture. Give me the glass. I was like, I was all for it. Like, I love it. So it was amazing. Like, those fans they'll always have a piece of my heart there.
Yeah, you played in almost over 100 games, so you definitely put in a lot of work and scored a lot of points. When you said how people look at you, for those that don't know, what are they getting if they got Soleil on there? What do you bring to the table as an athlete? Like, what are your strengths?
My strengths, I'll tell you, my number one, I can shoot like Steph Curry. No, I'm saying, but yeah, I can shoot the ball. I have very high IQ. I'm very energetic. I come in ready to work. I'm working on my vocal leadership, but I think that's getting way better. I already lead by example, so just continuing to do that, and I get my teammates involved. I want them to feel like they're a part. Like, I want them to know, like, whatever you're doing, whether that's rebounding, whether that's setting the screen, it matters. So just making sure that I'm involved with my teammates and also being creative, like within the offense, like even with the ball and without the ball. So I move very well without the ball, and I play good defense. So I bring a lot to the table.
And you a problem in transition too, going coast to coast, because you can get to the rack. You're not scared to go up against the trees, but you can pull up and you got jump shots. So
I'm predictable.
Yeah. So that makes you really, hard to guard, hard to stop. What are some things you think you need to work on besides like you said, you want to be more of a leader, but what's some other things you think you need to work on?
I also, though I am good at finishing at the basket, I still want to make sure I have different variations of finishing at the basket. Because that's very important, and making sure I don't foul. That's probably my biggest thing. Trying not to foul. I had got on my previous teammate Q because my girl liked to foul, and I'll be like, I can't even criticize you because that's me too. So just being more disciplined and continuing to be consistent every day, bringing my energy, even when days get hard, to just continue to be a leader and continue to fight out those days and allow my teammates to come and feed me juice because I give them juice every day. So just being able to receive that is probably some of the things I'll continue to work on.
Yeah.
So.
And how did the transition come with you? You at Bradley right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did that come about? How did you transition to there? What was that like? What was your journey like for that?
So I had gave Toledo my 5 years. I just felt like I just needed a change of scenery. I really appreciated Coach, and she helped me through the process, which I also appreciate from her. When I talked to Coach Pop, she was like, what's up, girl? It's Coach Pop, I've been wanting to talk to you. And I just love like her energy. And I loved the culture that she's trying to build. Like, this is a rebuilding team that we have. And I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to be someone who can bring in experience, bring in leadership, and bring in type of family feel. I have a family feel to myself and good energy. So one of the coaches on the staff actually played at Central Michigan. And I got to play against her. So she knew me from previous years, my freshman year, my sophomore year. So she had talked to Pop about me, and that's how I became Bradley Ray.
Yeah. And what I love and what I'm just seeing by your personality and just what God is doing because you got faith. The same thing I seen with Jayla. So it just seemed like God is reclaiming the time for you guys being out, and he's putting you guys around all the people that need what you got inside to help build them, to help minister to them, to help put that God inside them, to help them to see, you complaining and you tripping about practice and all this and that. But I was out. I had to sit out. What if so they're able to look at it from a whole different approach and be out like, man, I got to take this, and be serious about it because I might not have it tomorrow. And you able to be a leader and you got game and you can play so they can learn some stuff. You can teach them. So you like a player / coach on the court. So what Bradley is getting is more than just a player. They're getting a blessing, and the things that God has instilled inside you, you'll be able to pour out to your teammates as well.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I want to be able to spread God's love. Like, I had sat down the other day, and I was just thanking him for like everything that he put me through, because I've been in every situation you could think of as far as being an athlete. And for me to have went through that and to see things happen that I've been through, I'm able to talk about it and I'm able to help people through it and I'm able to encourage them. And I just really had to sit down and just thank God, like, now I understand. Like, I didn't understand at the moment. And I was just like, okay, God, I'm going to just keep on walking. I'm going to keep walking this walk. And as long as you're with me, I'm not going to stumble. I'm not going to fret. You're going to keep me going. Now I see now, and I can't wait to see what he has for me this season. I'm just gonna keep on giving him the glory, giving him an honor, and just keep playing.
Yeah, and like he knows the plan that he has for you, plans to make you prosper.
Amen.
And
Amen.
you just said something. You said for he can get the glory, so that's what he wants already. So when you out there killing it, Soleil is balling, and it's all the glory gives to God. So that's gonna be another thing. What are your goals for this upcoming season, individually and team wise?
Team wise, I want us to win some games. I want us to shock the conference. I know, like, coaches are always going to be realistic with us, but I told the team we had to sit down. I said, what we make realistic is what we make realistic. If we want to go out and we want to go win this conference championship, we can so well do that. But we all have to be bought into this. And we just have been buying into it every day. And I reassure them every day is not going to be perfect. But as long as we're growing and as long as we're building and we're building it together, we can get that goal. We can accomplish that goal. So as the team, I want us to fight for that championship. I don't care. Let's get a ring. Like, let's do it. We have people who care. We have people who want to play. We have people who have each other's backs. And I love that about our team. As far as myself, I just want to be consistent and I want to stay healthy. That's my biggest goal, is to stay healthy, play a full season, and continue to be a great leader and be a person that people can say, I want to play with Soleil. Like, I wish I had that time with her and people to know, like, she came and changed the program, and not just in basketball terms, but just I touched their lives off the court too as well. Like, I just want to be a very impactful person who brought God into the atmosphere. Like, I just want him to work it out. I usually set goals for myself, but right now I just want to remain healthy and be consistent, be disciplined, and let him do his thing, and we're going to see what it turns out to be.
Yeah. And how would you take what you learned at Toledo and the things that you have grown to know and realize as a player? How would you take that into your new program to where you focus, you positive, you're not scared, you're not fearful, you're going out there and able to leave it on the court, all day? What are you taking? What mindset are you taking to this season?
A very positive mindset and very honest. Like, I want to be one of those players. It's okay to say, hey, you good. You got the next one, but it's also to say, hey, you better than that. I need more from you. I want to be that type of player. That's the mindset I'm coming into because I believe in this team. We're young, we're new, we're fresh, new set of players, new set of coaches. And our coaches already having that mindset. I want to match that. And I want to take it up a notch. And I want our team to be a player-led team. And not just we're led by our coaches and our coaches have to tell us something. So that's the mindset, because that's how we were at Toledo. We got to a point where we decided it's us against the world, really. Like, it's us on that court, so we need to have each other's back. We need to know the goal. We just can't be coached by our coaches. We have to, at some point, be like, hey, I need more from you. Hey, you can close out better. Hey, you can go get that rebound. Like, so that's the mindset I'm bringing, like, just with the experience and the players I have played with and the time that I also got on the court, just to make decisions that are best for the team and what's going to set us on a path to get a championship. So coming in with a championship mindset, treat my teammates like champions. So
yeah, where did you get the number 4 from? Is there any person that wore 4? Any reason you got it?
Yeah, Skylar Diggins, man. She was so cold at Notre Dame, and then on top of that, like, my birthday is also January 4th. My dad wore number 4, and it's me, my brother, my sister, and my little brother. So it's 4 of us. So that's why I wear the number 4.
Wow. When you be hitting 3, do you be doing like this?
Hey, in every picture, I'm throwing the 4. Y'all know who it is.
Yeah.
All times.
Yeah. So, what is the vibes like when you getting ready for the game? Are you listening to music? Are you just clear-minded, just focused? And if so, what are you listening to?
Yeah, so before the games, I'm praying. Really, I pray. I'd say, God, you do your thing. I'm gonna go where you go. I'm gonna do what you tell me to do. I'm gonna speak when you tell me to speak, and whatever you need me to speak, I'm gonna speak it and I'm gonna do it. And then with my music, I'm also listening to my first song is always No Weapon by Todd Dunley. I think I can't remember the name, but it's No Weapon. And then I'm also listening to my brother's song. My brother he's a rapper, Lil Sway. It's Run Every Season. That's my favorite song. And then after that, I just let the music flow and I'm in game mode.
How old is your little brother?
I have a twin. I have a twin brother, and I also have a little brother who is 12.
And which one rap? Your twin?
Yeah.
So he rap and you sing. Y'all just musical like that?
We was blessed.
Wow.
We was blessed. And believe it or not, we were younger. He was the preacher. I was the praise and worship leader.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yep.
That's crazy. So after a big win, where is Soleil wanting to go get something to eat at?
Ooh. Right now I've really been loving some sushi. So
Okay.
I would really like after a big one, I want to go get some sushi, or I want to go get like a burger or something, good burger.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever comes to your heart, can you speak something positive to the youth?
I would say run to God, run to Jesus, trust him. If you know him, dig deep and spread the word and believe in what he has for you this season. Don't feel like you have to impress anybody else, impress people who doubted you. That's supposed to happen. You trust God and trust what he has for you, and everything's gonna work out the way it's supposed to.
Yeah. Everything. How far do you want to take this basketball journey? Do you want to play overseas? Do you want to try to go in for the league?
Yeah, I want to play overseas first. I want to see if I can play with my girl Q. And then I do aspire to be in the WNBA for sure. So
Yeah.
got some work to do, but we're gonna start here.
Yeah. Do you have any aspirations on doing anything as far as for the youth?
I would like to do some camps in the future. I don't really aspire to be a coach, although everybody says I would be a great coach. That's the patience part I haven't worked on. But camps, I would love to do camps. I love to do like training sessions. Like I would like to do something like that. As far as helping the kids, I love doing community service and going to like the Boys and Girls Clubs and just interacting with them. I like doing stuff like that.
Yeah, so. I definitely can see that as well. All right. Last couple questions. I'm gonna get you out of here. Kurt Franklin or Ty Tribbett?
Ty Tribbett.
Ty Tribbett.
Ty Tribbett. Ty Tribbett. I've been listening to him for the past 3 days now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he hits the soul right here. Get me there.
Yolanda Adams or CeCe Winans?
Ooh, we're gonna do this to me. I literally have recently listened to a song my granny used to play all the time, In the Midst of It All by Yolanda Adams.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to say Yolanda, she get me there too. See, that was a hard one though. That was a hard one.
Yeah. Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
Oh, I knew this was coming. I just knew this was coming. Those is just my heart has always been with LeBron, man. It's always been with LeBron. But Michael, man, that's two different players. It's two different players.
Yeah.
Two different players and two players I look up to, but my heart has always been with LeBron. So when I say LeBron, don't get me, y'all. Don't get me.
Dunks or Jordan 1s?
Jordan 1s.
Jordan 1.
Yeah.
If you can have last shot of the game, would you want it to be a jump shot, a layup, or a floater?
A jump shot. I'm shooting 3.
Yeah. So do if you got unlimited range, do you watch where you pull up at, or it depends on the game, or is it just if you feeling it?
It depends on how much space my defender gives me. If I walk past half court and I just feel like you just backed up too backed off, I'm shooting it.
Hands down, man down.
Hands down, man. Get your hand up. Guard me.
Yeah, definitely. And I would be remiss if I wouldn't ask you, but for all the mentees, all the youth, young girls that going to be watching this that I'm gonna show, I want you to speak something positive because I'm gonna send them this clip like individually. So whatever you want to tell them that can help their game, I want you to say it right now.
Just trust your work ethic. Trust that what you do in the gym can be brought to life. You just continue to work on it. Continue to trust in your work. Continue to trust in God. Continue to trust that He has a plan for you and that you can do anything you set your mind to as long as you keep God at the center of it.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So we're spotlighting you for your hard work on the court and off the court. May God continue to bless you. May He give you the strength that you need. No weapon formed up against you shall have the ability to prosper. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you because you're more than a conqueror. So let you have everything inside you that you need to be great. So continue to walk in your purpose on purpose and let God lead the way and let Him be shining through you. May the fruits from the word of God be able to be seen and may it draw people closer to, want to know more about God. So
Amen.
and win that league championship.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Soleil Barnes.